All right, today I'm going to go through what our NFT community has been building with NFTreasure. I'm going to show you what has already been deployed to the Avalanche Fuji testnet. We're going to do a demo of the game. I'm going to show you the Shopify store and how you can turn any NFT into over 50 physical products that you can be printed and then get an affiliate commission if you own the NFT that has the artwork that that product was based off of. I've been wearing the Texans for Bitcoin hoodie out, as I'm walking around in Austin. And it's crazy how many just random people want to come up and talk to me about crypto or Bitcoin. I was in the coffee shop the other day, and for 30 minutes, I ended up having a conversation with about 6 people about Bitcoin and crypto and NFTs, all because I was wearing that hoodie. So for those of you that are new to the project, because I know that we are running some ads, we're doing some Twitter growth strategies, and there's a lot of new attention on this project. So I'm going to go through a full thread that I wrote a couple of weeks ago on what the NFT community here at NFTreasure is building, how we're prepared to thrive, whether it's bear, bull, whatever market conditions, the pivot that we've made in our play to earn DeFi game towards sustaining those DeFi rewards with e-commerce sales is basically a mechanism that allows us to continue to run a business and make money and sustain the crypto earn pools in that DeFi loop, regardless of market conditions. So what is NFTreasure? It allows you to print your NFTs and earn crypto through our game and through NFT affiliate commissions. Turn any NFT into a physical product that you can love in real life as much as you love them online, and earn affiliate commissions when any product sells. So you can see that for every sale, you could potentially earn up to 40% commissions. And I'll show you what those e-commerce products look like here in a bit. But the idea is that you can upload any image and turn that into an NFT. So that's similar to just about any NFT marketplace. The add-on to our marketplace is that you can then turn that NFT into physical products. So I'm going to show you a very basic front end. This is not styled in any way. We've been focusing on the back end version of this, but basically the way that it would work is you connect via Wallet Connect Core or MetaMask. It pulls up the NFTs in your wallet. You can click on that NFT, add it into the collection that we've identified it goes in, and then you can basically pick some of the products that you would like to see that image on. So you can see I've already created a few of them. We'll add this one, and just for sake of simplicity, we'll click continue. It's going to build out the product pages in gallery with that image on each of these different products. And now I can just click into that image and purchase that. And we've developed a relationship with a printer that will print that on demand and send it out to you. So this is going to be a really awesome way for us to partner with other NFT projects that have amazing art to build relationships with those NFT projects so that their NFT holders, if they choose to, can start to earn commissions. Because basically, if a project is synced with NFTreasure, one thing that will allow them to do is when a product like a canvas sells, either the project creator will get a commission, or they can decide if they want their holders to have a commission as well. So in my last video, I talked about how I was going to kind of update you on the progress of where NFTreasure is at. We are currently having all of our code audited by a third-party solo auditor for the purpose of kind of cleaning everything up so that we can then go to a secondary auditor, kind of our official audit team, who will give us a stamp of approval that everything is secure. So right now, our third-party developer is basically taking all of our code that we developed since May of last year, basically. Because this project has shifted, so many times based on community feedback and market conditions, a lot of things were kind of bolted or duct taped together. And while everything was functioning, there was an opportunity for optimization by kind of just looking at the ecosystem that we had built and simplifying it. And so our third-party solo auditor is now going through all that code and rewriting everything in TypeScript that connects together, that has AI automations in order to, in real time, find any errors that might pop up as we continue to grow the ecosystem. And by having everything written in TypeScript, it's just going to allow us to more easily build a developer community and create the controls and commands, the peer review requirements in GitHub, so that we can, while we're growing our consumer brand and selling our NFTs, or our founder's key, that is kind of like our Amazon Prime membership for NFTreasure. It gets you access to the game, and we'll go into that in a little bit. In addition to that, we also want to be running ads to grow a decentralized developer community. And taking the time to rewrite everything in TypeScript is not only going to create massive speed optimizations. For those of you who have beta tested everything up until this point, you know that certain transactions were sometimes taking up to 10 seconds. And a lot of that was just because since things had been bolted together, the code had some bloat that was unnecessary. And by stripping all of that bloat and moving everything over to TypeScript, those transactions are now, in many cases, sub 2 seconds. So a huge improvement. And once all of that is kind of in place, we will do another round of beta testing. The goal is to have that happen in February. And then once the community says, yeah, this is a huge improvement from where we were at last month, then we can submit it for our official audit, which we've kind of been, keeping them up to date with where we're at, so that audit process can be as smooth as possible when it comes out. We'll get our stamp of approval, and then we will vote as a community on when is the right time to launch based on market conditions and everything that's happening in the ecosystem. So one of the reasons that it has taken so long is just that, honestly, we had too many ideas because we had such a huge community contributing ideas, and because our white paper is so massive, I, as the project lead, made a mistake of trying to do it all at once. And so we were developing the e-commerce store and the DeFi game and the NFT marketplace and the raffle swap, like coding all of these things out all at the same time, instead of moving chunk by chunk and saying, okay, let's build this one part of it, release that, get some feedback, pivot, release that, get some feedback. So fortunately, it did allow us to build a rather large ecosystem. And as we, launch some of the early product, we'll be in a good place to continue developing out those other arms of the ecosystem. However, in retrospect, it likely would have been better for us to pick kind of a small and potent part of the white paper, release it, get some feedback, and continue to go. And so moving forward, that's how we'll do it. We'll release small milestones, get feedback, and we can slowly grow confidence in the community by having a bunch of individual pieces that connect together in really meaningful ways. But the advantage that, taking the time to kind of figure out how these parts go together and watching what the market was doing and watching how really the meta of NFTs and the philosophy behind NFTs was shifting was that, unfortunately, 90%, maybe higher of NFT projects are not going to have long-term value. And that's an uncomfortable truth. But I think more and more people are recognizing that most PFP projects just don't have enough baked-in utility and enough of a growing community to sustain themselves for multiple year periods. And so the e-commerce route that we've taken, which required us to develop a Shopify app and a decentralized connection into that app and a bunch of kind of tools that connect e-commerce into our NFT marketplace, all of that took, a lot of time, and we're getting to the tail end of that now, and it's going to be really awesome. But what it does is it allows us to tap into e-commerce, which we already know is a multi-billion-dollar industry that has sustained itself regardless of what the crypto markets are doing. So I will, you can see here, this is just an example of what the Shopify store may look like. We're changing some of the graphics, but basically one of the first things that we're doing to attract new people into the ecosystem is creating merch designs based on blockchains, because as we all know, there's kind of a team sport, rah, I'm on this team, I represent this blockchain thing that happens in crypto. Like we're all kind of bucketed into tribes, and the purpose of this channel, NFT Threads, and really NFTreasure as an ecosystem, is to be able to signal to all of these different blockchains, these enthusiasts on different blockchains, and create mechanisms where we can capture value and revenue from all of those ecosystems, but also drive attention back to Avalanche and back to the NFTreasure treasure box game. And so what we've been doing is running some test ads for products like these. We're calling this the States of Crypto collection. So this is just a way for you to raise your hand and say, yeah, I'm a proud Texan. I support Bitcoin. You can get it as a wall canvas, a t-shirt, a wall tapestry, coffee mug. And this has been a really easy way for us to use ads to target new people in our early testing to NFTreasure, because when we're targeting on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook, we need to have categories that we can cross-target by. So when I can say, okay, I want you to run this ad to anybody who lives in Texas and who has ever mentioned Bitcoin, that's a crosshair that makes it much more likely that we'll be able to find somebody who is crypto friendly and willing to make an emotional purchase. And by emotional purchase, I mean, like you see Texas, you see Bitcoin, you love both of those things. I'm talking about myself right now. And you're just like, okay, I got to get that coffee mug. I got to get that shirt. That canvas would look amazing in my game room. And so we're seeing some early success in that. And this can be a way for us to, using Bitcoin merch, Avalanche merch, Ethereum merch, any blockchain merch, we can scale our ad campaign and have these products deliver revenue that then funds the NFTreasure game. So let me see what I have next in my thread, and we'll look and see if it's the right time to demo the game. So Avalanche does not need another NFT marketplace. We all know this. There's plenty of great marketplaces on Avalanche that you can buy, trade, and sell your NFTs. So why on earth would we take all of this time to build another one? Well, as I already mentioned, the vast majority of NFT projects are going to be worthless in a year. And that's if they're not already. And, unfortunately, that means that there are a bunch of disparate communities that don't know where to move next. They don't know what to do with their project because they've run out of funding for building out their roadmap. And we want to give those dead NFT projects new life via a physical product loop. And so I posted a thread here that Mason Nystrom posted a while back. Mason, you may know from previously at Masari. He used to work for Consensus. He's a crypto big brain. And basically what he posted was, collectively, PFP projects possess the greatest market cap of any NFT category, around $12 billion. And this post was last October 2022. The significant valuations often beg the question, how will these companies monetize their PFP collections? The answer, the largest brands in the world monetize by merch, and PFPs might too. So he's showcasing a list here of basically projects and various brands and the valuation of merchandise that they're able to sell. So the thread that Mason posted goes on. It says, some PFP projects have started to issue physical merchandise and goods, projects like Cool Cats, Pudgy Penguins, Doodles Collectibles, and Nouns Coffee. The hundreds of NFT owners are able to receive royalties if their ABS NFTs are used in streetwear lines. Recently, the hundreds launched a program providing a 10% royalty and gift cards to NFT owners whose PFPs were used in the new ABS merch line. So this is an example of NFT owners being able to kind of get a crypto rewards or a royalty when their artwork, the NFT that they own, is used in merchandise. Mason continues, but why haven't PFPs capitalized on merch yet? Brands like Pokemon and Harry Potter have one component over these PFP projects, a mainstream cultural moment that cements the NFT collection into a state of enduring relevance, whether from media content or something else. Brands need cultural moments. Star Wars had A New Hope, Pokemon surged from its Game Boy game, Marvel Comics and eventually Iron Man catapulted the Marvel Cinematic Universe. NFT projects have experienced their speculative moment, but need their cultural moment. The PFP projects and NFT brands that create their cultural moment, whether through media content or something else entirely, will be poised to become and remain the next multi-billion-dollar brands of the coming decades. So the question is, how can we facilitate brands that are having their breakout moment on Avalanche or really any network? How can we give them a physical product loop and have our own cultural moment by allowing there to be a mechanism for all of these dead NFT projects that, you know, maybe are never going to get a write-up by the New York Times or by CoinDesk or a major publication. They're already dead. There's already no utility there. However, there's likely 3,000 to 6,000 people in that community, many still active in the Discord, who would buy a t-shirt or a poster just to remember that moment in time for them. Because even if an NFT project doesn't break out to a massive macro cultural moment, it was still a microcultural moment for the people who bought that NFT. That NFT represents a moment in time. And so in my thread the other day, I wrote some of our favorite bands from the early 2000s were flash in the pan successes. They never really broke out. But those bands defined that era for us. Personally, I still have a lot of the t-shirts and posters that I bought at concerts in the early 2000s. And over a decade later, those are still some of my softest, most favorite shirts. And when I wear them, it reminds me of being at those concerts with those friends at those shows at a time where maybe I was a little bit more reckless or ignorant, but also there was a kind of innocence and potential in those moments. And so when I wear those band t-shirts, I get to experience that nostalgia. And even failed bands or now failed NFT projects can live forever, or at least for an extended shelf life, with the right physical products to capture and cultivate real-world nostalgia. We're physical beings, and while the digital world is amazing, sometimes we just want to touch and feel something to signal in real life. You know, I've been wearing the Texans for Bitcoin hoodie out, you know, as I'm walking around in Austin. And it's crazy how many just random people want to come up and talk to me about crypto or Bitcoin. I was in the coffee shop the other day, and for 30 minutes, I ended up having a conversation with about 6 people about Bitcoin and crypto and NFTs, all because I was wearing that hoodie. And so signaling IRL is just as important as signaling URL by putting an NFT as your profile pic. And so with NFTreasure, you're going to be able to map your existing NFT images, as we just saw, or upload new ones onto physical products, from t-shirts to canvases to action figures. This is a partnership that we're working with a 3D printer right now. And then you'll be able to take those physical products home with you. But we're also inventing a completely new use case for NFT creators and projects, because NFTreasure NFTs will have a baked-in affiliate program. So I'll be able to upload a new design, turn it into an NFT with up to 50 different physical products. We just saw that. And as the NFT owner, I receive an affiliate commission whenever a product with my design sells. So an NFT project will have to opt into this. So you won't get affiliate if you own a Bored Ape and you print it with NFTreasure, you're not going to receive an affiliate commission on every t-shirt that gets printed with your Bored Ape. You'll actually have to mark a box that says you're printing that for personal use. However, if Bored Ape or another NFT project forms a partnership with us and says, hey, I want to give my holders X amount commission if one of their pieces of artwork sells, well, then that NFT project has now given all of their holders more utility in the project. And we can theorize that that would make those NFTs potentially more valuable or create a level of enthusiasm that gives them kind of a new cultural news cycle that they can push out to their audience. Or they could decide that they're not going to give a commission to the individual NFT holders, but the project will take the commission, and then that commission will go into a community treasury that can be used to further develop that NFT's roadmap. So NFTreasure is really a way to help other NFT projects build a revenue source and provide additional utility to NFT projects that may have run out of money or run out of ideas. And as we'll see in the game, then anyone holding NFTreasure's NFT, which is the Founder's Key NFT, will be able to compete for the revenue from the e-commerce store in our Treasure Box game. So let's see. Where did I leave off? So as the NFT owner, you'll receive an affiliate commission whenever a product with your NFT design sells, but those affiliate rights will transfer with the NFT sales. So if you decide that you want to sell your NFT, whoever buys that NFT now kind of takes over the commission loop of any products that are coming from that art. And so really the idea behind this is if you can mint an NFT or take one of your existing NFTs, and over time we'll teach you how to promote the e-commerce loop using ads or social growth techniques. We'll have some videos on how best to promote that so that you can get as many product sales as possible in the NFTreasure store. And then we will showcase in the NFT gallery, so in the marketplace, we will have basically an e-commerce number here. Once e-commerce sales start, that says, okay, this particular NFT has generated $900 in e-commerce sales over the last 30 days. Well, if you know that you're making, 20% of that $900, that's $180 a month. So if you assume or see that over the last 90 days, that has been a sustainable number of sales, well, maybe that makes your NFT more valuable now, because if your NFT is going to generate $180 in crypto every single month, well, what is the new utility value of that NFT? Do you multiply that out by 3 months commissions, 10 months commissions, 2 years commissions? This will be one of the fun and interesting parts of kind of figuring out how the e-commerce loop and that e-com value play into the floor prices of various NFT projects. So any NFT project that has basically synced with NFTreasure, so they've agreed to the terms of NFTreasure, can choose to offer their holders e-commerce commissions as a utility value add for just hodling those NFTs. And projects that want to increase their commissions for holders and their primary treasury can subscribe to our Shopify app for a monthly fee. So it's going to be really easy, one click for you to take any NFT, turn it into, physical products, and then have those products delivered to your door. No apps to install. You just go to the website, sync your wallet, and you're good to go. Any e-commerce project, any NFT project will be able to take advantage of that. However, the commissions will just be at a lower rate if the sales are coming through the NFTreasure website. If they want to build out their own Shopify store or have our agency team build out a Shopify store with them, we have developed a Shopify app that basically adds this same functionality for their NFT owners to sync their wallet and create products out of their NFTs. So, when we did the Conscious Lines website, this took about 60 hours to sync all of these products and create all these products and build out the store. With our Shopify app, you'll be able to create all of these products, basically build out exactly what we built for Conscious Lines in less than 5 minutes. So huge value add. And by running it through your own Shopify store, you'll make a larger commission. It just will still require someone to design the site and get it all set up. And of course, our agency team can offer that if you're interested in having that for your community. Regardless, if you don't want to go to all that trouble, or if you want the NFTreasure kind of ad team to be able to manage your products, then just syncing with the NFTreasure e-commerce store is enough to start earning some of those commissions for your holders and your project. So NFT creators and designers can use their creativity basically as currency to instantly create NFTs that actually have a revenue stream. And our hypothesis, the theory that we're posing with this project is that e-commerce revenue stream will make every NFT that syncs with NFTreasure more valuable on resale. The catch is that in order for you to capture that ecom value, you must hold one of our founders' key NFTs to take advantage of the utility loop. So if I have a Conscious Lines, or if I have, one of the new projects that we're looking at, like Space Cowboys, and I want to print my Space Cowboy and share my Space Cowboy out to all my followers and run ads into my Space Cowboy NFT, well, the only way that I will get commissions from that Space Cowboy is by owning a founder's key. And the higher the key level that I am, the higher that commission will be. So your founder's key acts as kind of like an Amazon Prime membership in the NFTreasure ecosystem. It gives you access into the DeFi game, which we'll look at in a second. It gives you access to deep discounts in the e-commerce store, and it allows you to take commissions from any e-commerce product sales that were generated by your NFTs. So huge value add with a lot of new features rolling out for Founders Key NFTs. You can, of course, take any image and mint that into an NFT and eventually release an entire collection. But to do all of those things, you will have to hold a Founders Key. We'll look at that a little bit more here in a second. So as I mentioned, our code is currently being peer reviewed to clean any errors or bloat and assure highest level of security. Once complete, we'll have another round of beta testing followed by our official audit stamp of approval. And we're already doing e-commerce product testing, and our ad campaigns have already begun on a small level. I mentioned yesterday that so far, using some of the e-commerce ideas in our ads, we've been able to grow a crypto-friendly list of about 762 people on a relatively small ad spend. So yeah, anyhow, we're still playing around with a bunch of different ad groups and ideas, but it does show some early success that we will be able to grow our ecosystem beyond the current echo chamber of AVAX and bring new people into the ecosystem. So this is how the full product loop will look to maximize sustainability for our community. Anyone can upload an image and mint that image as an NFT or connect their wallet to see any NFTs that they hold on AVAX or Ethereum. So we just saw that using this widget, which will be stylized better, but you get the idea. Any of the, and basically on the Shopify store or in the NFT marketplace, you'll be able to upload this image. It will turn it into an NFT. That NFT will then live in your wallet and can be used to create e-commerce products. So any NFT, I just said this, mapped onto 50 plus products in the e-commerce store. You can see what these States of Crypto shirts look like, and you'll have a link where you can basically share out that product and drive traffic to it. And obviously, the more sales that you get, the more commission that you earn on those products. When any of those 50 products sell, the owner of the NFT art gets an affiliate commission paid out based on their key level. So let's take a look at keys. It's getting hot in this office. I'm sweating a little bit because the treasure game is about to begin. So if we go back to the Fuji testnet, and we can see that right now the ability is here to mint your founder's key. So based on which of the 5 zones that you're whitelisted for, you'll just click on this diamond, you'll mint your key, and then once you mint your key, it takes you to this game. You'll be able to see all the keys that you've minted here on the side, which key level they're at, and how long you have on each treasure tier. I'll go through that in a second. We added the ability to be able to activate all of your keys at once. So I already have 3 of them activated. This 4th one will activate in a second. And as it becomes time to upgrade keys, we can max upgrade all those keys. So we can see that right now I'm on key level 2 with this key level 1 with this key level 1 with this key. So we can see this key is at level 2. I can upgrade it again by burning smarter. It asks me to confirm the smarter. I need to approve my NF key. I click the upgrade button and now approve the transaction. Great. So now I'm upgraded to key level 3. I can go back into the game. I can start to unlock treasure. The first treasure box is going to be free, and we'll be publishing a PDF gameplay guide that has all the details on kind of optimal gameplay. So each treasure unlock is basically a yes/no option based on the probability, and your probability is based on how much VE treasure you are staking. So if I go back to the dashboard, I can see right now the odds of me opening a treasure box are 88.76%. As I get into higher treasure tiers, the odds will lower. And in order to increase those odds, I would click on bonus rewards, and I would want to get as close to my max VE treasure balance as possible. So my max available is 10,000. We can see that I've earned 944 so far. So the closer that I get to 10,000 in the VE treasure balance, the higher probability of me always opening a treasure box successfully. I can also stake the Treasure AVAX LP token or the Smarter AVAX LP token and earn treasure that way. And then all of those things play into how much treasure I earn on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So obviously, as we get into the higher key levels and into the higher treasure tiers, I end up earning more and more treasure per day. If I click on this burn count, I can see that every time somebody upgrades their key, Smarter gets burned. And so I can see how much total Smarter has been burned. And then every time somebody unlocks a treasure box, I can see how you burn treasure to unlock the box. So I can see how much total treasure has been burned. And then I can see in each of the different pools, so the key rewards is the founder's pool, the bonus rewards is the bonus pool, I can see how many game emissions are remaining. I can drag this around, and this is just an easy way for me to know when are we approaching max supply. And one big caveat to the reward system and part of the game is that you must claim your treasure rewards before the max supply ends. Now, the game is designed to go for really around 12 to 18 months before we hit max supply, depending on how much engagement there is. Once we hit max supply, there won't be any new treasure to mint. And so what happens? Well, what happens is we go back to the e-commerce store and we take a percentage to be determined. 10 or 20% of e-commerce sales will then be used to buy back treasure and issue that treasure in the bonus pool. So we'll be minting treasure anew to start with, but eventually the idea is that the entire treasure box bonus pool is sustained by e-commerce sales. And we've given ourselves about a 12 to 18 month runway to build up those e-commerce sales so that it will be a meaningful contribution to the bonus pool. So founders key holders compete for up to 40% of each commerce sale. We'll have select products that allow you to compete for up to 40%. Some of them will be 10 to 20%. It'll be identified in the NFT marketplace what the earnings from each of those NFTs are. But that will happen through the Treasure Box DeFi game that I just showed you, where you earn treasure rewards. Of course, anyone can stake Smarter AVAX LP or Treasure AVAX LP in the bonus pool to earn treasure, and then you can single side stake your treasure to earn VE treasure. So that's what I was showing here in the bonus pool, is you single side stake treasure to earn VE treasure, and then basically the 4 levers for how much treasure you earn from the bonus pool are your key level, and that's the cumulative key level. So if you had 10 keys all at key level 10, the cumulative key level would be key level 100. Then your VE treasure balance, the amount of Treasure AVAX LP you stake, the amount of Smarter AVAX LP you stake. Those 4 levers determine how much treasure you're earning from the bonus pool. As I mentioned, profits from the e-commerce store are used to fund continued operations, pay out commissions, fund the bonus pool, and then buy back and burn treasure tokens, which allows us to run ads forever into e-commerce products and maintain a revenue stream regardless of the macro crypto market conditions. Because even if crypto tanks and everybody hates crypto again, well, we can just look at what everybody's into. You know, is it a hot football season? Is it a hot baseball season? Is pickleball popping off? We can create products around memes and metas that are happening currently. You know, when the FTX crash happened, somebody could have created an NFT with ideas for FTX related merch, you know, funny meme style merch. And any of that sold, you know, would sell regardless of people's sentiment towards crypto. And so this allows us to create revenue in the NFT marketplace system and utilizing crypto as a value add. But ultimately, we can capture revenue from many different domains and segments based on what is popular in the meta at the time. And our ad campaigns will be immediately profitable because those IRL sales happen all the time. One of the reasons that Web 2 marketing hasn't really worked as well for many crypto projects, although we've had success definitely in ours, but many projects aren't able to see success through traditional Web 2 marketing because they have to run ads into a whitelist. You know, there's not a direct sale that can be made. They're trying to build hype and around their project and then release it all at once. Well, you know, a very small percentage of whitelists actually convert into sales at the time of, because people just move on. With the e-commerce sales, we can create we can cross target really well. So like I was saying with you know, a shirt like, or a coffee mug like this, we can target people in Nevada who've talked about Bitcoin. And so if they have talked about both of those things, there's a higher likelihood that they will resonate with a product like this. And we can get somebody to make an impulse buy, which is what you're looking for in e-commerce advertising. This immediately, if somebody buys this mug, it immediately pays for the ad campaign plus a little bit of profit, which means that we have money to roll back into the ad campaign. And so it creates a sustainable funnel of us being able to consistently attract new people to the project. And of course, when somebody buys something, they're on our email list and we can continue to market to them for free as we have new products, new ideas. We can educate them on the crypto game, how they can earn more from the NFTreasure ecosystem. And it becomes this really easy and useful way for us to use e-commerce sales to grow a massive email list that we can launch NFTreasure to when our code audit comes back, and continue to promote our founders keys to, you know, in the theory would be hopefully continue to raise value, attention, and the floor price of those founders keys. So the early founders key NFT holders have the opportunity to stake treasure by burning smarter to increase their key level. We just went through that. Once the treasure supply cap is reached, we'll no longer mint treasure, but use e-commerce products to buy treasure off the open market and distribute it to pool participants. So we talked about how once this max supply hits 0, well, then there's no more, we're not minting any treasure ever again. And so because of that, we will take the sales from all of the different products that our community creates in the e-commerce store, and a percentage of those sales will go to buy treasure back and then distribute it via the bonus rewards pool. All right. So all of these components working together allow us to ride out the bear market and position us to rocket ship in the next bull run. It also makes sure that we have ongoing budget to keep our team and continue building out new features to benefit our community. Because one of the biggest downfalls of many NFT projects that I've been a part of is that if they do not build some kind of revenue generating utility, they ultimately run out of money in the community purse, and because of that, they can no longer innovate, and so the project kind of just stagnates. And there are some very active communities in stagnant NFT projects, and one thing that will be really exciting is to re-engage those projects by giving them a revenue loop that can potentially allow them to get back to building their roadmap. So if you're interested in keeping up to date on any of these latest developments, if you want to learn more about NFTreasure, I would encourage you to go into the description of this video. You can find the link for the NFTreasure Twitter account and also the NFTreasure Discord. We're pretty active in the Discord, especially in the beta channel, so be on the lookout there. And obviously, this has been a long time coming. I mean, we voted on this project in April. We started development on it in May. You know, we hit some snags with some of our development team and had to cobble certain things together, had to scrap other things. In many ways, it's been an incredibly frustrating process to, you know, get rid of one dev, find another dev, make sure that everybody's in integrity, make sure that the code passes audit, make sure that we're meeting the highest standards in blockchain and NFTs as the market continues to evolve and innovate, which is, you know, like shooting at a moving target. But ultimately, I really think that time span allowed us to really assess what's happening in the NFT space and what products are actually profitable. Because some of the products that we have in our roadmap will be really cool crypto products, but when you look at competing products that have launched, you know, maybe they're making $5,000-$10,000 a month, and that's really great if you're a single developer, but not sustainable if you're trying to support a DeFi loop with 12,000 Founders Key members in it. E-commerce is going to be, I think, a more interesting way to sustain that DeFi loop. And then, of course, as we get back into a hot crypto market, NFT sales, you know, and the other products that we've talked about that we can vote on as a community will all be additional revenue streams for the project. So I'm really excited about the premise of NFTreasure as a way for us to get outside of our current AVAX echo chamber and attract people from other projects, NFT projects, blockchains, get all of those people in here printing products, creating custom products. You know, one thing that we're going to offer is if you want to build an action figure or a figurine, we have a 3D printer company that specializes in that we formed a partnership with, and we'll be able to help you develop the 3D plans and models that allow you to deliver that action figure to your NFT community. If you have an NFT project of you know, pixelated swords and you want to give everybody in your NFT community a sword, we'll be able to help you design a kick-ass video game sword that becomes a physical product that you can give to anybody in your community. So really getting this foundational infrastructure is the hard part. And once we're audited and a go for launch, once we know that the platform is secure and that we have that stamp of approval, the fun part is going to be starting to build relationships with all these different NFT products and figure out how we can merge IRL with URL. And that's going to be really fun. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments or tag us on Twitter. Follow the NFTreasure Twitter account and stay subscribed, like this video so that the algorithm will give you more updates. NFT Threads, this channel will be used to start building out those partnerships. So while we'll be keeping you, of course, in the know about what's happening with NFTreasure, we're also going to use it to highlight other projects that we're partnering with to build products, to build merch lines, and really just to highlight utility that's happening in the space that is innovative and interesting. Tomorrow, I'll be making a video about NFT utility and kind of how that term gets thrown around so flippantly in the space. And we'll talk about what NFT utility actually is, how to identify projects that have it, and we'll go through some threads out there on Twitter that are pretty funny as they discuss and debate what NFT utility really is. So I'm John Ray. You can follow me on Twitter at John Ray. Follow NFTreasure, 0x NFTreasure. And until the next one, like, subscribe, and put those bell notifications on. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.